Hello, this is Rio with Unity Gaming Group, once again trying for a third time to get this video made for Stars. It's a complete introduction to the Elite Dangerous world for her because she's never seen the actual gameplay. And she sits across from me listening to me gripe about getting blown up and about getting sucked into gravity wells and coming too close to the sun and crashing into planets and just about anything that could possibly go wrong in Elite Dangerous. She's heard about it, but she's never actually seen it. But we're going to go ahead and give you a quick just overview of everything, and hopefully this is enough to kind of show you what's going on here. Currently, now that it's not going to stop the recording, I'm in Hickam Survey Station. It's a small station. It's almost like an oil rig in space, right? It's big. It's big enough to hold ships, obviously, but I'll go ahead and just show you around this since we're here. This is the ship that I'm in now. I was actually in the Diamondback Explorer, which is another Explorer-based ship. This one's a little bit better on the cargo hold space and everything else, but it's a better ship. But that's the cockpit, and you can see there's an actual extra chair in there, so you can actually have like a co-pilot or another passenger. And there I am, just sitting there getting ready to take off. There's the empty seat. There she is. She's a beautiful ship. But anyways, just to give you some idea of scale, let's jump down in here real quick and I'll show you just how big it is, and we'll take a quick walk around the station too. So this is your typical station. When you come in and you go into the hangar, you're going to be in a hangar like this. And you're going to be looking for those elevators over there. But this is the ship. This is a medium ship, which isn't much bigger than the small, but it's a little bit bigger, but, you know, mostly taller in my opinion. This is the station. We come up to the concourse real quick, open the elevator, hop in. The small stations have like a few things in it for you to do. Like there's terminals in here. There's a couple of quest givers, like you can talk to this guy and he'll give you a mission. But it's a small station.
How would you like
As
to
you
earn
can
some
see,
credits? You might have
little
to bend
bar
the
underneath
law.
here. There's the terminals over there. That's a little shuttle port. Say if your ships are on a bigger station, right? And you're stranded, or for whatever reason you want to get back to bring your other ship in to this one, you have to shuttle back to the other station, get the other ship, bring it over here. And this is the way to do it. But these are the terminals. That's what they look like.
If you don't mind getting on the wrong side.
Little equipment vendor. It's got like suits and it's got guns on it, and some little knickknacks and like health stims and food and stuff like that. It's for those people doing the ground missions and things.
Sooner or later you get dealt a bad hand. All you can do is be
There's
ready
the bar.
Hey, Commander, what can I get for you?
Okay. So anyways, we're going to go up and we're going to go to the other station real quick so you can see the big one. These small stations are underwhelming. They don't have the grandiose appearance that you would expect to see in a major starport. Come back in here. Alright, we're going to zip on across over here. Okay. So let's see here. All right, let's just go on and get up in here. All right. So at a typical station, you've got starport services, right? This is your fuel. You can, fuel up, repairs, ammunition, and then you've got starport services. So when you come in here, if you're looking for missions, like say I want a mission that's going to go to Milani or something, I would come to the mission board. I'd find, for my faction, I'm Imperial right now, so I'd select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Come down here, and I'm doing transportation missions. You can do combat, you can do freelance stuff, you can do operations and support. I have no idea what Thargoid is. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But transportation, and if you're doing the rep grind for Empire, which is what I'm in the middle of doing, you come down here, select reputation, and if you look, you can see all the reputation quests. There's a lot, but a lot of these are kind of limited, right? So if you improve our financial status by delivering 32 units of silver, right? You have to make sure you look at it. And if it says source, which it doesn't, it says we just have to haul it, right? So 32 units, I have a 72 unit cargo capacity. So I'd be good to take this or this mission if I wanted to. I'm not gonna, but then you've got things like, security data. You just got to be careful. The ones that are marked for high threat, those are the ones that are going to have people trying to blow you out of the sky or out of space. Then you've got things like your courier missions, your data transportations. You're looking for like the famine ones, the courier missions. Anything that doesn't involve you actually having to have cargo is probably your best bet. But I don't see a whole lot of courier missions right now. There's a few, I'll bet, but at least there usually is. No, not seeing any today, so maybe one of the other stations in the sector will have them. But anyways, we're not doing that. What we're doing today is we're going to actually go over to a major station so you can see that real quick. And I'll show you the map real quick because that's interesting in itself. So you've got system maps, right? This is your system map. All right, and it's basically from your main star, you've got these systems within the system. So you got 16 fleet carriers that are set up right here. You've got Nagalan 1, which is one of the smaller planets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and each one of these has got different, sections in it. So you've got, like where I'm at right now is I'm at Hickam, but there's 15 fleet carriers in the area. Over here there's 16. There's a Warcorgi complex. Lots of fleet carriers everywhere. So a lot of players have got their carriers out there and they're just parked. But that's just one way of looking at it. Now let's look at it from the galaxy map because that's where you're really going to see the scale of this game. So the galaxy map right here. All right, so it seems like, oh, that's not that bad, right? Well, each one of these little spider webs is a route to another section. And this is all within your little sector of space, right? So, well, I guess your galaxy or your quadrant. I guess it would be called a quadrant. So as you zoom out, you can see these little grid lines right here, boxes, and it's like these are your different degrees and locations. But as you zoom out even more, you can see even more and even more. And basically, this is just one little section that I've been through or I've been around. I haven't gotten very far out into space yet. I've been there. I've been there. I've been to these different marked places so far. But there's a whole lot more. Like a lot more. Like, yeah, good luck. You'll never, ever, and I mean ever, explore the whole thing. There's no way. It's not humanly possible, not in a million years. So, but anyways, this is just one little section, and you can see all the little dots here. These are all different little sections within our galaxy, or the one that we're in now. So, but anyways, let's go and give you a tour of the new, well, not the new station, but the big station, because that's always cool to see. So we're going to go ahead and go to the galaxy map real quick. We're going to come up here to my bookmarks. I have it bookmarked. That way I don't have to like look for it and stuff. All right, we're going to set a course. There's our jump. It should be one jump. And that'll be to COL 285 Sector VDA B14. All right, so we go ahead and get out of here. Close that. Come over here. Auto launch. We can actually watch our ship taking off. It's pretty cool. This is where it's taking it to the launching pad. I can turn on my flight lights just so they can see me coming. All right, we're about ready to go back to cockpit view here. Auto launch is in progress. Let's turn off our lights. That way we don't have any pirates hunting us down right away. We're going to go ahead and just speed on out of here. You should do the speed limit because if somebody zips in front of you and you hit them and you blow up or they blow up, you get fined for it and sometimes get a bounty on you. But we're going to go ahead and boost out of mass lock. There's the sector we're going to.
Frame shift
To
charging.
it. I may start like a series on here. Thing is that I'm usually playing with Walker, which is another member of our community and a friend.
2, 1.
So it depends on how he feels about us streaming it. Depends on what he says or doesn't want to say. How comfortable he is, basically. But if I'm playing by myself, I might do some solo streaming. Who knows? All right, so we know we're in the right sector. This is, by the way, is one of the suns I was talking about you get sucked into. We're going to go ahead and start that way. I'll probably fuel scoop if I can. You want to get close, but you don't want to get too close. You want to keep that yellow line below your ship. There we go. Oh, see, it caught my gravity well, but I got it out. All right, now let's set our... Okay. I think we probably already passed it, didn't we? No, we didn't. It's down here. Hopefully we don't blow right by it. We might because we're coming in really fast. Oh, it's going to put us in. All right, so this is the Raustein Kammer sector, or station. So we're going to go ahead and come up in here. We're going to get within 7.5 kilometers of the station.
Oscar. Welcome to this Imperial facility. It is a pleasure to have you, Commander.
We're going to go ahead and request docking.
Permission granted.
And now you get to see the full scale. This is a larger station. It's not the biggest one I've seen, but it's one of the bigger ones. Matter of fact, let me go into free look so you can see what's going on here. We are circling right now. He's using thrusters to boost us in. At this point, we can actually switch over to here. You can see us on approach. And we're heading on in. And this is a station. Now, there are landing pads on basically all around us. You can see like the blue one over there. That's gate 29.
Landing gear deployed.
We are on gate 20. All right, we are here. So we just get our fuel. And I think what we're going to do, I'm going to end it right here because I just spent close to 2 hours doing 60 jumps back to this station. And I'm not ready to start playing again. I might jump into something else like Enshrouded or something like that. But maybe even jump into like Baldur's Gate or one of the other games I have, Dragon Age. Just to play something a little different for a while, because, oh my gosh, that's a long ride, man. But we'll go ahead and show you this one. This one's actually pretty fabulous. All right, so this is a much bigger station. Let's find the elevators here. They're usually behind. Yeah, okay, they're behind. But yeah, for scale, I mean, yeah, it's huge. And that's a medium size. It's not even a large. Come over here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Did they get that right? Is that really November 23rd? Alright. Turn around so I can see what's going on here. It's the 22nd, so this is off a little bit. So this is the bigger station. Like I said, there's plenty of seating. You know, there's a population sitting around. These guys are sitting here in one of the couches, chilling out. He's like, oh, that was a long trip. More terminals.
The galaxy can be a dangerous place. When you dive into the black...
Interastra is where you buy your ships at. I'll show you that real quick. You can actually look at the previews of these ships, but it's a hologram, which kind of sucks. So, yeah, I don't...
The Type 9 Heavy can take
Yeah,
the
I don't think so. We're just
If you
gonna
need
look
any
this way.
advice, just let me know.
So we'll take a look here.
We've got a wide range of ships available. No
All
rush.
right, so to give you an idea, right? So this is what I have right now. I have the Mandalay, which is the quote-unquote best medium exploring ship. All right, then we have the Cobra Mark V, which is my fighter. There it goes. Finally see. You can't really spin around, can you? No, you can't. Yeah, you can. There we go. As you can see, it's your typical fighter. Not very strong. Can take out like novice, you know, and mostly harmless and harmless. I wouldn't dare try to take on an elite with it. At least not without, like, you know, having Federation ships helping you. So make sure they tag it first, then you can fly in, tag it a few times, and get the hell out. Because you don't want to be there when you get hit by one of those. But we're using this ship. So this is our current ship. That's the Mandalay. That's the one I'm flying right now. It doesn't look like it's got a lot of storage, but it's a lot deeper. If you look right here in the curve, you can see it's got a deep cargo hold. Not as deep as the next one's going to be, but let's take a look at the ones we're looking at here. So we're fast tracking. We're trying to get enough rep to be able to get the Imperial Cutter, right? I'm not even sure if they're going to have one on here, but we'll look and see. That's the Courier, Keelback, Mandalay, Clipper, Transporter Crate, Orca. Come on, 90 heavy. No. There it is. Very last one. Right now, it costs 208 million credits. But that's what we're aiming for. This is an all-around good ship. It's got a really good cargo hold. It's got, you know, fairly decent jumps in speed and stuff. Defenses are pretty decent on it. It's by no means like a end-all be-all for doing the smaller missions. Like I said, it's a large ship, so you can't really, you know, do a whole lot with it. You can take it out and you can do bounties with it. Or if you've got a large station, you can haul, like, mining, you know, or mined ore, you know, materials, or, you know, do trade and just haul stuff back and forth to make money. But that's really what it's useful for. But it's a cool ship. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if I can get back to it here. I wasn't meaning to actually quit. I was trying to rotate it. There we go. There we go. So it's a badass ship. It really is. It's like a Boeing, like a really aerodynamic Boeing. But that's what we're looking and what we're aiming for right now. But like I said, 208 million, and we are a long way from that. My next ship, I think, is going to be this one right here. Let's come back. I'm thinking it's going to be... What I read online said that the best ship to haul stuff cargo-wise and keep it in medium spec is actually this one right... Where is it? There it is. It's this one. Now this one is the Python. That's pretty cool. It's a cargo ship, right? It can haul a lot. And you can't really, I mean, I can show you, but you won't understand this. But, all right, so these are your weapons, hard points, right? So you got up to 3 large weapons and 2 medium, which is already pretty good. Core internals, you got lightweight L. It's all the same stuff you would have in most ships. You got utility mounts. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Cargo racks, 32, 16. You know, and then you can add more cargo racks, so you can really just buff it out and get some really nice cargo space. So definitely worth getting those. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Now, ultimately, it can hold, I think it's, let me see if I can find it on my other screen. Let me see here. Python, there it is. So the Python, according to this web page, can hold 294 tons. That's pretty decent. I mean, considering your next step up would be like the Panther Clipper, which I believe is a large ship. I think. Pretty sure it's a large ship. We can look right here and find out. But hide the details. Come over here. See if I can find the Panther Clipper. There it is. 301 million credits for that thing, though. And it's a large. Yep. Yeah, that's not going to work because it's a large. That's a shame, too, because that one's cool looking. But I think the best bet, I mean, ultimately it's going to come down to the Python. Python's got the best, from what I'm seeing on this list, it's got the best for medium ships. 294. All right, there's one with 618. What is that? That's a large. There's a 318 that's a medium. That's the Corsair. Not sure what the Corsair is. I have to look at that. There's one 470 that's a large. So I think the Corsair is the only other one that can come close. There is a medium Type 8 transporter that can hold 406. But now you're talking money, I'll bet. Yeah. Let's take a look at the Corsair since we're in this thing anyways. See if we can find it here. This is the Corsair. It's kind of creepy looking. I don't know if I like it. I don't like the color for sure. Doesn't look like it would hold a lot, but it says it does. I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's take a look at this. All right. Hard points. 3 large, 3 medium. That's not too bad. That's an extra gun. So everything's the same here. 4 of those. Optional internals, cargo racks, 32. Shield generators. Okay. Okay. Not really feeling the Corsair. And what was the other one I said? The Type 8, I think it is. Type 8 transport. Let's see if I can find it. Well, it'd be back here, I think. There it is. There's the Type 8 transporter. This one is a medium. It boasts 406 tons. That's interesting looking. The problem is it's just a little too blocky. Where the hell's the cockpit? Oh, there's the cockpit. And it's got some weird... I don't know if I like the way this is designed. I'm not sure. At first glance, it looks like somebody took Bumblebee and smashed him. So, I don't know. I'm not real crazy about that one. It doesn't look quite the way I would want it to look. It's a little cheaper, though. And, of course, the Type 8, it's running... I believe that says 406 tons. So it's not bad. But the Python at 294 should be able to handle most missions. But then again, the Python is 50,000 or 50 million versus this Type 8 transporter. Now there is a Type I think he said a Type 10 or Type 9. Let me look and see. There's a Type 9 Heavy. Let's see what they say for that one. There's a Type 9 Heavy. The Type 9 Heavy can hold 790, but it's a large. There's where you're going to run into the problem right there. Yeah, that's where the problem's going to be right there. Because the minute you can't, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to talk to Walker about that because I don't want to have a large ship that I can't use to, ideally, haul stuff from these smaller stations. I want something that can handle that. So if I have to go with one, I'm going to go with either the Python or possibly the Corsair, even though I don't like the way it looks. But one is notably cheaper than the other. Like on this list, the Corsair is 79 million and the Python's only 56 million. And here's the thing you got to remember. It's not just about that. All those parts and things and the details that I showed you, those cost money. Everything there costs money. So it's not like you're going to get just, here you go. You're going to have to upgrade this stuff, right? So it's like all this E stuff, you want it to be A stuff. Anything that can be upgraded to A or to even B is a bonus. And that stuff gets, you get to the A stuff, you're talking $1 million in some cases for certain things like shield generators or power, any kind of power related thing, certain guns. So yeah, it gets expensive quick. If you're going to buy a 56 million credit ship, expect to put at least 20 to 30 million into it once you get it to get it up to snuff. So you need to save a lot of money and do a lot of farming. But anyways, I think that's a pretty good intro video to it. I'm not going to show you like a mission or anything because, really, what's there to see? At the end of the day,
I'll be here if you change your mind.
I can show you what they're all about real quick, but I'm not going to go do any because I think I want to play something else for a while tonight. So we'll go ahead and go back to the hangar. I'll show you the mission selections so you can kind of see again. Like I said, there's a lot of different missions that you can do, but it also depends on the ship that you have. This is an exploration vessel. It's not a combat vessel. So flying it into a bad place and then trying to blow up pirates, probably not the smartest move. You want a fighter for that. You want something that you can gear just for that, which is why I have a fighter and I have this ship so far. But we're going to go ahead and board real quick. Come back up in here. I'll show you the Starport Services mission list. All right, so Starport Services. Come over here to the mission board. All right, you come to the mission board. You say, hey, man, I need a mission. Can you please hook me up? We want to make sure these are selected and these aren't because these are other factions. We want the Imperial faction right here. All right, so we're going to come over here to transportation again. All right, you have a lot of different choices. So if I come here, I can look for credits, I can look for materials, commodities, reputation, influence, or all choices. Typically, if you're doing the rep grind, you're going to do reputation. And what you're looking for is any of these things that have any of these things that have the gold stars, those are good. But you need to watch out for certain things. Look at this. 323.43. That is a long distance. Long distance. So if you click on it, you can see right here 323.43 light years. All right, if you want to know where that is, let's just, for shits and giggles, let's take a look here. All right, so we're trying to deliver to HIP 60149, right? As a matter of fact, let's make sure it's what it says. I think that's what it says. HIP cargo, reactive armor, 60149. Okay, so let's come back here. And let's just take a look here and see just how far away that is. All right, so 1. Hip. 60149. Let's see where it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so, yeah. Want to guess how many jumps that is? I can tell you right now, it's well over 60. That's insane. That's insane. Because remember, you're only seeing a small bit of it, right? You're not seeing, like, if I plot the route, oh my God. All right, let's take a look at the navigation now and see what it says. So hip 60, oh, that's 43 jumps. And that means it's a total of 86 jumps, if not further, to get back. So yeah, not cool. No thank you. But yeah, that's too far. You want to keep your trips short and missions shorter. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, if you have any questions or want to see more videos, I will definitely be streaming these at some point or putting them on YouTube as actual movies. But yeah, I mean, it's a great game, but it's time consuming. If you're just starting out, you're going to start out in a starter ship. I mean, the way that I was taught, it was, take that starter ship out to a nav beacon in one of the local starter areas and just target ships until you find one that's wanted, that's mostly harmless or harmless, and just blow them up. And keep doing that until you got a good bit of credits together and get yourself into a better ship with some better weapons. And then from there, you can start working on getting the bigger ships, which is what we're doing. We're fast tracking up. We're going to get the Imperial Cutter. Then we're going to switch over to Federation, and we're going to do the Federation grind so that we can get the Federal Corvette. And in the interim of that, we'll probably end up getting either a Python or something a little bigger to haul cargo. And then eventually, once we've got the main ships, we've got the exploration, we've got the bounty hunting, we've got the hauling, then we're going to get the mining ship. And the mining ship, of course, if you want the good one, you have to actually buy it. It's not, you can't get it in-game, you have to actually buy it. It's one of the only ships they have that you actually have to pay real money for. And it's worth it. It's a nice ship. But we're going to eventually do that. And I'll probably opt for the second or the top tier of that, depending on how much the top tier actually is. But I think it's a good investment, but I think it's one of those things where if you're going to play this game, start small and play it a while first and determine what you're more interested in doing before you go out and spend a lot of money on that extra ship, or you go out and you grind up a bunch of rep for something that you might not necessarily be interested in later. If you're not somebody that's into the ship-to-ship combat and the killing pirates and doing bounties, which I highly doubt you're going to be playing this and not want to do that. But I'm not particularly good with the flying and blowing stuff up, but I do like the flying and I do like the exploration and I do like mining and I do like hauling cargo. So, I mean, I can see myself enjoying the other aspects of the game more. So, would I invest in a super expensive fighter? Probably not. But if one of the all-round ships, like the Imperial Cutter, has plenty of defensive, weapons and things on it, I have no hesitation with going into a sector and blowing somebody up that messes with me. So, but yeah. Anyways, that's enough for today. I'm going to go find something else to play for a while because, yeah, I just got done with 60 jumps, 59 jumps to get back to this station, and I'm just spent, man. It takes forever. So, yeah, watch your distances before you take the missions. Absolutely paramount that you watch where you're going because believe me, you don't want to do 300 plus light years away. That's way too many jumps. Anyhow, I'll talk to you later. This is Rio signing off.